3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, Super SG here with another video review of some wireless earbuds. This time it's from TaoTronics and it's the SoundLiberty 79. No idea why it's called that, but we're gonna go ahead and find out if it's worth your money. Let's go ahead and get into that review. So inside the box that I did manage to keep instead of throw out this time, you're gonna find, of course, the SoundLiberty 79s inside the charging case. You're also gonna get a USB-C, thank you, charging cable, and then you're also gonna get 3 different size ear caps, 2 different sized ear hooks. I don't really know. I think one is more for like an active wear user where you're going out on a run or a bike ride or something like that. The other one is just kind of for casual listeners who aren't really going to be active. Of course, you also get the user manual and then, of course, the quick start guide. So let's go ahead and talk about build quality. I do have the earbuds here right now. The case is a little cheap feeling. It's not the best quality plastic. I mean, when you set these down on a laptop, you might not want to do that because the magnet is actually kind of at the bottom. I have set this down by my computer and it did flash the screen before. So you might not want to do that. Just be a little bit careful on that. Going on with the case, you do have 4 LED indicators on the front telling you what the charging percentage is at. 0, of course, is 0%. 1 is 25, 50, 75, 100, and then when there's all lit up and no flashing, then you're fully charged and good to go. You also have a USB-C charging port on the back. Thank you for USB-C. Everything should be USB-C. Anyway, inside the case, you're going to find your 2 wireless earbuds. The earbuds themselves are housed very nicely and compact in the charging case. This is a very small charging case. I'm very surprised at how small it is. Something that I do like about these quite a bit is that when you first pair them, when you put them in your ear, they're already telling you that they're pairing. So when you open up the lid, kind of like AirPods, it starts to search. The only thing is that this is kind of flimsy. Just be careful. Make sure you don't close it on accident. I close it on accident all the time. We kind of wish that it had a more sturdy hinge like another product that I might be reviewing soon. But anyway, once they're in your ear, you have pretty good sound isolation. You can still kind of hear the world around you. You can go on walks and you'll still hear the cars and whatnot if you don't have the volume very loud. It's not an issue if you are just planning on listening casually or anything like that. So let's go over the specs. The earbuds themselves are going to give you about 8 hours of playtime on a full charge. That is a lot. They're also Bluetooth 5.0 and they have a 66-foot unobstructed range. That is a very big range. When you're in your house, obviously, of course, you're going to have walls and whatnot. But I've had no problem with the device in the basement and then these earbuds in my ear and I go upstairs to go grab a snack or something like that. I have had no drops with that whatsoever. Ear mileage may vary depending on the size of your house and where you're at. So with an 8-hour playtime in the ears, how much do you have in the small case? Well, in the case, you're only going to get an additional 22 hours, so a total of 30 hours combined. That is a little on the low side. Maybe on a weekend trip, I would say bring the charger with you just in case. Throw it on the charger at night when you're done, and you're good to go. Another thing to note is that these are IPX7 water resistant, so they're going to be sweat proof if you take them to the gym or go on a jog or something like that. And they can also withstand being submerged in water for a full 30 minutes in 3 feet of water. Please don't wear these underwater. Just wear them like normal. It's going to handle the sweat, no problem. There's also touch features built into these as well. So you have a single tap for volume, you have a double tap for play pause, triple tap for next song or previous song. And of course, this all depends on which ear that you're on. Volume up in the right, volume down in the left, so on and so forth. You also have call functionality, so if you wanted to accept or reject a call, you can tap, to your heart's content, accept your lovely call and tell your mom you forgot to wish her Happy Mother's Day or something like that. There's also a built-in microphone on the right earbud. Only 1 microphone, not 2, so these do support 1 earbud functionality, so if you did take 1 earbud out, it'll still work. TaoTronics is also boasting that these have something called a smart AI noise reduction. When you're taking a phone call in a noisy environment like a coffee shop or you're grocery shopping, it'll try to reduce the noise around you, I think by up to 15 decibels. That's a great thing that a lot of phones already have built into them, so thank you for including that in your wireless earbuds. No, but in all seriousness, these do a pretty good job of suppressing the sound around you. The demo that they show on Amazon is like him in the rainforest by a waterfall. I don't know, it's really weird, just But anyway, of course, you're probably wondering the sound quality. How does this compare to other products? Well, for the price of $50, it's pretty good actually. I'm very surprised. You get some pretty decent bass, you also get some pretty good mids, and you get some pretty okay highs. These are suited for some better genres compared to others. So if you're listening to really deep, rich bass hip hop, these might not be the earbuds for you, but if you're listening to classical, rock, or some electronic music, depending on the genre, then yeah, these will be perfect for you. They'll get the job done, no problem. I definitely recommend these. Alright, so before I end the video, I'll go ahead and say I have a couple of gripes with this. One is a pretty small charge, but I understand AirPods are not that much better, so for $50, you really can't complain at that price point. And then it randomly will desync the audio between the right and the left earbud. So the way that these work, it's kind of two separate Bluetooth devices. You have one device and it's transmitting Bluetooth to both the left and the right channel. Fine when it's in sync, but when it desyncs by just a little fraction, you can definitely tell. It kind of sounds like there's two playing at once rather as opposed to one unifying sound. Doesn't happen all the time, but when you notice it, it's very noticeable. So if you ever come across that, maybe contact TaoTronics and see if you have a defective unit or anything like that. So just be wary on that aspect. So overall, what do I think of the TaoTronics SoundLiberty 79s? When compared to other Bluetooth earbuds, they're pretty good. I will admit that I was very surprised with these. I remember when I first took them out of the box and I started listening to some music and taking some phone calls, I was very surprised at the sound quality and the call quality that was coming through on these. The microphone also doesn't sound like crap like some other ones do, which is very surprising. Just be careful that the microphone lives only in one earbud, so you got to be careful depending on, which earbud you use for the single if you're on a phone call. Sound quality is good, build quality is okay. I give it 2 thumbs up. Good job, TaoTronics. If you're interested in getting a pair for your own, I go ahead and leave the link in the description below. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in for this video review, and I will see you in the next one. Subscribe if you want to see it.